This is the story of Ganga coming down from the heavens to the earth after Bhagirath, an ancestor of Rama, did penance. His purpose was to bring Ganga down to wash the ashes of his ancestors, which had been lying for ages in the Kapil ashram. It was Sagara, another ancestor of Sri Ram, who had sent his sons with an Ashwamedh horse, which was later captured by Bhagwan Kapil. The princes got angry with the rishi who destroyed them and reduced them to ashes. A later descendant, Bhagirath, was told that unless he brought Ganga from the heavens to wash the ashes of his ancestors, the ashes would continue lying on the ground till eternity. Bhagirath sat in penance in the Gokarna Tirtha. He stood with both his arms uplifted, praying to Brahma to bless him with wisdom so that he could persuade Ganga to come down from Swargalok. He lived the life of a celibate and repeatedly fasted for 30 days at a time. Brahma, writes Valmiki, pleased with Bhagirath's penance, appeared and told him to ask for any boon. Bhagirath asked him that Ganga should come from the heavens to wash the ashes of his ancestors. Brahma replied, O brave Bhagiratha, I grant you all the boons desired by you. However, you have to persuade Bhagwan Shankara to receive Ganga when she descends, for none other can stand the impact of her fall. Bhagirath once again stood in penance, pleased Bhagwan Shankara, who agreed to receive Ganga into his tresses. Later, Shiva released Ganga in 7 streams, one of which came down and is known as Ganga. The waters of this stream created a stunning uproar on the earth, writes Valmiki. The fish, the crocodiles and other aquatic animals fell into these waters in large numbers, adding charm to the earth on which Ganga flowed. Ganga's charms were admired by the Devatas, the Siddhas and the Rishis, sitting in large vimanas and on elephants floating in the sky. Ganga Avataran was a sight for the gods as well as for the humans who had assembled in large numbers to see the unprecedented miracle. The cloudless sky shone like 1,000 suns, writes Valmiki, under the light reflected from the jewels put on by the Devatas. In the waters of Ganga, dolphins, multicolored fish and reptiles danced. The sky looked like a rainbow with the light reflected from these animals. Gusts of wind created foam and divided it into many parts, suspended high above the surface of water. These billows of foam looked like the snow-white autumn clouds. They resembled large white swans flying in the sky. Valmiki continues narrating this tale to Ram sitting on the banks of Ganga herself. Ganga waters flowed sometimes fast, at other times slow, in meandering streams, fell into narrow gorges and climbed over cliffs. One could see whirlpools where her waters caressed themselves. At other times, she flowed at leisure, at an unhurried pace. The earthlings washed themselves of their impurities in the waters of Ganga, waters that has touched Shiva's forehead. They used this water for drinking because it was so pure and heady. It was holy. As Ganga followed Bhagiratha, she swept aside a yagya mandap of a very valorous king known as Janu, who was busy worshipping. So she became Jahnavi. Then she carried the ashes of Bhagirath's ancestors into the ocean. And in this fashion, Sagara's sons joined the Devatas in Swargalok. Jai Ram Ji ki, I thank you for listening to this video.